I've had $660 worth of sales on eBay in the last 24 hours. So I'm going to get those items pulled and then explain to you guys why I picked them up and how much I paid for them. And then I will pack them all up for you guys, show you how I ship my items, at least most of them. Today is my sister's birthday, so I need to leave the house by like 12:30 and it's already almost 11, so I'm definitely not gonna get them all packed up. So I'll probably have to continue this video when I get home from her little birthday get together that we're having today. But I'm gonna go ahead and get started, pull the first item. Okay guys, I'm rearranging my space right now, so everything is not organized like how I usually do. Usually this is all electronics, but that is just not the case right now. So I sold this Nikon air filter for $110, and it sold within the first 12 hours of listing. I have picked up Nikon items in several of my videos. I want to say at least 3 or 4 of my YouTube videos I picked up Nikon items. So that air filter, it goes to a system that Nikon sells that is discontinued. So I did not know that the system was a bad buy. I paid $30 for it and it was brand new and it came with the remote control as well, but they really don't sell. They have a really low sell-through rate and they just aren't selling for very much money. So I had that air filter sitting in my garage since I went to Kentucky about 4 months ago, I think that trip was. Out the garage the other day and I was about to put the air filter, the whole system, out to the curb. And then I thought to myself, let me check and see if it has a brand new air filter in it before I just put it to the curb, and it did. So I took the air filter out. Like I said, it was brand new and my daughter listed it for me and it sold within 12 hours of her listing. So Nikon items are definitely something to keep an eye out for. Okay, and then the next one I'm going to pull is this face tanner. So this sold for $76 plus shipping, and I paid $7, I believe, for this at the thrift store. I picked this up in one of my videos as well. Okay, guys, mostly everybody wants to be tan. Everybody wants to remove hair off their body, so any items like that I pick up. So when I first had seen that on the shelf at the thrift store, I wasn't too sure what it was, but those did look like tanning bulbs to me, so I flipped it over. On the back, it did say what it was, plugged it in, it worked. I knew that would sell. I just didn't know how long it would take to sell. There was, I believe, only one sold, and it was used or new in the box. I can't remember. It is in one of my videos. And then there were 4 listed. So it had a lower sell-through rate, but I felt like everybody else had theirs overpriced. I priced mine right along with the sold listing that I had found, and it probably took about a month to sell. I'll pop it up here in the corner. I do have the day in my custom SKU that I listed it. On the same shelf, I sold the Step 2 dolphin swing. And any Little Tykes items that I see or Step 2, I always look those up. I sold a similar swing to this one, so I had a feeling that this one was going to be worth a little bit of money. I paid $5 for this at a garage sale, and it sold for $86 plus shipping, and this one probably took about a month to sell as well. And now look at all that shelf room I have, which means now I should go out thrifting today. Okay, next up, I sold a perfume that I haven't even put in one of my videos yet. It's actually in one of my YouTube shorts that I just put out. So I paid $20 for a bag of perfumes, and this one sold for $200. Just a couple days ago, I had no idea who Francis Denny was or that their perfumes and cologne sold for really good money. And then I got in this lot behind me, and I had quite a few in there. So it really helped me be able to decide to go ahead and pick up this bag. They also had a Dior in there as well, and I have that one listed for $100, I believe. It's an original formula, it's a vintage one, so it's worth about $100, $125. But this one right here sold within 2 days of listing, and it sold for my full price, $199.99. I do allow offers, but a lot of times buyers just pay full price. That was really nice to be able to get full price for this item and super fast. And older perfumes do not always go bad. Sometimes they do, a lot of times they don't. It's really rare for me to find one that has gone bad. So just last year alone, I made $4,000 off of one estate sale that I bought a ton of vintage colognes and perfumes from. and I sold all of those. I have none left, and I had absolutely no complaints from any of them, and most of them were about 40 years old. Okay guys, this one was also in one of my videos. I paid $5 for this at a church sale, and it sold for $46.75, and this one probably took a little over 2 months to sell, or somewhere close to that. That candle holder is by Bath and Body Works. I've probably sold about 4 of those over the years. That style, that specific one, is a really great one. So if you see that, definitely pick it up. And that's what you're looking for right there, that slatkin marking. That'll be on the base. It's 2 separate pieces. This is the base. Okay guys, next up is this Ralph Lauren Brianna Paisley comforter. This was in one of my videos as well. This is a king size. I paid $15 and I took an offer of $135. Okay, don't mind the furnace sound. My AC is running. So that comforter, when I picked it up in my video, I threw up comps of like $175, $200, and it definitely sells for that much. But when I got that $135 offer, I was glad to take it. That comforter is huge. It takes up an entire shelf on this rack behind me. So I was happy just to get it out of the house. That's a really good profit on a $15 investment. Even though that is a very desirable pattern, I'm sure there's only a select number of people who are actually looking for it. So even though it is a high ticket item with a good sell-through rate, I was lucky to sell that as fast as I did. So that's why I went ahead and took that offer. I'd rather clear up the room on my shelf and make it a little bit easier for me when I actually start moving shelves around. I have less inventory. So that's why I took a lower offer on that. That's what it's looking like behind me right now. Here I have a bunch of vintage stickers that sold, but I'm gonna have to pull this out and kind of go through these and grab the lot out. I just put all the stickers. I listed like a little vintage card and then some of these ink pen stuff. This shouldn't go here. I have drawers for this stuff. But let me pull out the stickers and I'll show you guys what stickers sold. They sold for $30, and I've already made my money back on everything that I bought at this estate sale. Okay, so oh, you know what? I sold this Chuck E. Cheese thing too. I don't know if I listed it for too little, but I sold it for $9.99 within like 30 seconds of listing. So I like when that happens, but at the same time, I kind of feel like maybe I messed up. Maybe I should have priced it a little bit higher. So let me find, here we go. This is the start. So it was this X-Men, no, the X-Men, I lied. X-Men was listed by itself. So let me find the lot. These are all sealed. I think the lot is at the bottom. Nope, it's right there. So it was Paddington Bear, Starbright, another Paddington, actually 2 more Paddingtons. Now all of these stickers are from the 80s. Some of them are, this one's 79. Most of them have a year. I think the Muppets, this was the only one that didn't have a year. Like the Looney Tunes are 86. Pinky and Panky is 85. And I have 4 sheets of these in this lot. Some Crazy Critters from 83. And I think the Lifesavers are separate. I have to check. And then we put these little bookmarks in with it, and then another Paddington Bear. And I still have a ton of stickers. I have another lot that I'm auctioning off, and that has a $30 bid as well. So vintage pens, pencils, stationery items are always things that I look up if I find any, or I just pick them up. Like these stickers, they were all from the 80s, so I just picked them up at the estate sale. I didn't really look into them too much. I'll show you guys what has sold from that estate sale because that was a really recent video. I'll pop those up right here. I paid $42 or $41 for a trunk full of items, and so I'm already in the profit from this estate sale. Okay guys, next up I sold this perfume. I picked up all of these perfumes plus more for a little over $300, I believe, and this one sold for $72 plus shipping. So it never fails whenever I put out a video with items like this, older perfumes, older lotions. Someone always comments about how they're toxic, I shouldn't be selling them, but I always check the consistency of these items, make sure they're not cloudy, and I smell them to make sure that they don't smell like rubbing alcohol. Usually when perfumes go bad, they lose their scent, so all that's left is the alcohol. Most perfumes are over 75% alcohol, so there is nothing toxic in them. There's no germs, you're not spreading disease. So these are one of my top sellers. I've easily sold a few thousand, if not more, bottles of vintage or used perfumes over the last 4 years. I'd say it's been about 4 years now that I've been selling these items, and I've never had a complaint. I just issued a refund 2 days ago for a vintage Chloe perfume, and my buyer went to go spray it. There was some leaking from around where like the top screws on, so instead of her shipping it back to me, I just gave her a full refund. She was super happy. I did believe her. I didn't think she was lying to me. Things happen, things are old. Sometimes things have been sitting on my shelf for a really long time as well. These items can be slower sellers, so I go through and check my perfumes and my lotions at least once every 3 months. So let me show you an item that I pulled yesterday, and I am taking this item down because it looks like it may have gone bad. So this is Bath & Body Works Plumeria. This is a shower gel, and you can tell how it's kind of lighter up top, darker down here, and it looks like it's separating. So this is an item that I would say has gone bad. I've had this for sale for a long time, and it just hasn't moved. This was a bad pickup on my part. So I'm just going to end this and then toss it, and I can claim the $3.99 that I paid for this as a loss on my taxes. Okay guys, I'm gonna end this one right here. This is just gonna be a little short, sweet video. Tomorrow I will put out the other half to this, showing you guys how I package everything up. I totally forgot to buy the rest of the stuff for the fried rice I have to make for my sister's birthday, so I have to go to the store before I leave to my mom and dad's. So I gotta hit the road. So my flatware video was supposed to be out yesterday. That's why I kind of made this video for you guys today. As of right now, that video is just way too long. I need to edit it, take some things out, I think, or make it into 2 parts. There's a lot of information when it comes to flatware, but I will be putting that video out for you guys. Now, before all of these sales, my eBay store was very, very slow last week. Listing and sales kind of go hand in hand with eBay, and even though I have my daughter drafting, I was not listing. She only worked about 6 hours, not last week, but the week before. So neither one of us were putting too much effort into eBay, and it really reflected on our sales last week. So we stepped it up this week. I put up 90 listings, and I still have about 60 drafts that she has done. So I do have stuff to list. I have bought stuff over the weekend, so hopefully we can just keep listing, keep pumping out stuff, and keep having these great sales. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in part 2 tomorrow.